Hey guys, so this video is going to be all about how I straightened my real hair when I did my 3-month hair journey update. A few people asked me how was I able to straighten my hair to make it move so great, and I haven't had a relaxer. So this video is going to be about just how I straightened my hair, nothing fancy. The whole video is going to be sped through. I'm going to show you, of course, in detail in the beginning, but then it's going to be just sped through. And everything like that. And then right after this video, I'm going to have a how to make clip-ins video because I am transitioning into clip-ins instead of the 3/4 wig, because I am very comfortable at the length that my hair is now to be able to do clip-ins instead of the 3/4 wig. I will still be wearing the 3/4 wig, however, but I'm just going to be transitioning between the two. And if my eyes look red, I just washed my hair. So yes, I just blow dried it. And the only thing that I put in my hair was I put a leave-in conditioner when it was wet, if I can find it. I put in a leave-in conditioner, the Cream of Nature lemongrass and rosemary leave-in conditioner with about a quarter size worth of the argan oil. And then some heat tamer spray, okay? And then now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and spray some heat tamer spray all over my head. Nothing too dramatic. It's not that serious. Okay, so that, and then just kind of working it in with my fingers. And while that's drying, I have my flat iron, and I'm going to be using the Bleezer flat iron, and it's on 400 degrees. One thing about straightening your hair, the biggest thing is heat damage, right? Okay, so when straightening your hair for the first time, meaning after you washed it and it's completely needing to be straightened, you would go ahead and straighten your hair on the highest temperature that you can use for your hair. Me, I can't go past 400 on this flat iron, otherwise my hair will start to like melt. So yeah. And then when you have to touch up your hair, you don't have to keep it on the highest setting to touch up your hair. You can put it on a lower setting so that way it's not as much heat damage to your head if you have to go and touch up a spot because of whatever. So that's just a little tip that I decided to share with you guys. So just know that. So yeah, so the comb I'm going to be using is just this metal rat tail. Came in a pack of combs, nothing particular. You're going to need a hair clip or a hair scrunchie, depending on your hair. You're going to need a wide tooth comb, and I'm just going to be using this one, which also came from that same pack of combs. And yeah, so that's pretty much, oh, and then we're going to use this again in the hair too. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick my hair up, and then I'm just going to take my rat tail and part off a section. Not all the way across, just like a section big enough for the flat iron. Okay? And then I'm going to pin my hair up with a pin, clip, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm just going to take the rat tail and I'm going to comb out this section of hair. Okay? And then next thing that I'm going to do, I just made it a little thinner, but yeah, so doing that, next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my flat iron, getting really close to the root, and I'm just going to, you see how I'm pinching down on it, and then bringing it not all the way to the ends, okay? So taking it by the root, pinching it, bringing it down, not all the way to the ends. The reason why you don't get to your ends is because your ends is the most fragile part of your hair, and you don't want to put heat on your ends until you have completely straightened here, because this is the part that needs to be straightened the most. The ends, one swipe, they're done. Don't damage your ends, okay? So taking this again, root, straightening, not all the way to the ends, just so I'm comfortable with the straightness. So it's pretty straight, so I'm just going to go ahead one time all the way through. You can see how it's straight already? So yeah, and then I just take my comb and I just kind of comb through it. Okay? And then I will just proceed to the next piece. Okay. Doing the same exact thing, getting close to the root, bringing it down, not getting the ends. And I just repeat this about 3 or 4 times, depending. Okay, and then the last time I get it, go through, straight through the ends. Okay, so that's how I straighten it, and I do really thin sections of hair as well. Doing thinner sections will allow your hair to have that movement, because you're straightening a lot more strands of hair rather than just straightening a large chunk of hair. Okay, so now it's like that. As you can see, it's already a little bouncy. So yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and get up to here so you guys can see better, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I have straightened most of my hair, and it looks like this. As you guys can see, it's nice and flowy. And I just did the same technique I did in the back. I'm just going to show you in the front, just because you can see it better. So yeah, as you can see, it's just real effortlessly flowing, and it's just really pretty. Okay, and I actually have been trimming my ends a little bit as I go, so it looks a little shorter than before. That's why I trimmed it down just a little bit, just because it needed to. So it's still above armpit, but it was a little bit more. But yeah, but anyway, doing the front, just combing out this front section. Okay, I'm just going to take my comb and I'm going to part off a section. Okay, combing it out, and then because it gets hot in here, I just push this back just so I don't sweat out my edges and nothing. So yeah, so taking my flat iron as close to the root as you can get it, and I'm just gonna get the root really straight, and then I'm going to just bring it to about there. Okay, and then the top of my hair is really straighter than the back, so I can just kind of do this and then go down the ends. Okay, and then again, you guys, the reason why I do the root and stuff first before I do the ends is because I don't want to damage my ends more, because they're not really damaged anymore, but this helps prevent the heat damage to the ends. Okay, your hair is stronger at the root, it's weaker towards the end. Okay, so I'll show you again a piece on this side this time. Okay, I'm just going to, and the reason why I use a wide tooth comb to comb through the hair is just because I don't want to pull any hair out with that rat tail. So yeah, so on this side, taking a piece like that. Okay, same thing, I'm just going to go to the root, straighten out the root, and then almost to the ends. Okay, so you see the difference, how it's straight and then the ends are still like that. So then one time all the way through, and that gets it. And then I just blend it into this hair, and then it's all down. Okay, and then I'm just going to repeat the same step through the rest of the hair. Until I am finished, basically. So yeah, so once I'm finished, I'll be back, and then I can show you the finished product, which is pretty much what you guys already saw. So yeah. So So I will be back. Okay, guys, so this is the finished look. Besides this little part, like, my leave out is so... I just don't know what to do with it. But for now, it's just going to have to stay like that because I'm just going to wrap it up anyway. But yeah, so this is the hair. That's how I flat iron it. As you can see, it's like effortless. Okay? Yeah. So yeah, so that's the hair. That's just pretty much how I flat iron it. I'm actually going to go ahead and make my clip-ins. I thought I was going to be able to make it tonight, but something came up. So I'm going to actually make my clip-ins tomorrow. And then, yeah, so when I make my clip-ins, I'll make a full video on that. I'll make a video on how I make the clip-ins and how I install them and everything like that. So, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just remember the 2 tips that I told you guys. 1, do not straighten your ends till they're last. Like, you really legit just have to do root down and then wait, root down, and then get to your ends, okay? Also, flat iron your hand in thinner sections rather than chunkier sections will get your hair a lot more flowy because you're getting every strand of hair rather than a few of the strands and making it appear straight, but it's not, you know, it doesn't have any movement to it. Let's see, any other tips? I don't think there was any other tips. So I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my clip-in video.